Memphis Accelerate, inviting you once again to check this out. The show where we take a look, whatever deck we want to take a look at, and have ourselves a good old time. Today, everybody, we're just going to take it nice and simple. We're going to do some gemknight stuff, doing some of that fusion shenanigans, combined with some adamancipators. We're going to be digging up the gems, of course. Not all the gemknights are rocks, but you know what? It's fine. There's enough rock ones for this to work out. So we've got the adamancipator, the adamancipator, as I like to call them, and we're going to be using them to synchro summon and stuff, get the cards out of our deck. We're going to fusion summon a few times. We got some fossils on the side as well. It's a smorgasbord of different cards, and we're going to see how well it works today. So we'll have ourselves some duels. We'll have ourselves a good time. Decklist is, of course, below. Enjoy it to your heart's content, but don't forget to hit the like button to let me know that you enjoy. Okay? That's all I ask. Maybe subscribe to it if you feel like it, but regardless, it's a pretty standard sort of deck. We're just going to be throwing out a whole bunch of cards and seeing what Lady Luck will give us tonight. So without further ado, let's get into them duels. Alright, here our first opponent. Another day, another card game. We can go first or second. It don't really matter too much to this deck. We got options for both. We'll go first to start. See where this goes. Alright, opening hand is not too shabby. We got the unexpected die, which is always nice. It's unexpected as all things. And we're going to go ahead and get tourmaline. That's a level 4, actually. The bad thing about tourmaline, he's not a rock. He's a thunder monster, but we can still make him work. So what we're going to do is this. We're just going to start summoning lots of stuff. We'll get our adamancipator seeker. I've always liked to call him adamancipator Harry Potter, because I don't know. He looks like Harry Potter to me. I don't know what it is. But he's just going to do what all the adamancipators do. He's just going to excavate 5. Can we get a rock? Tough decisions. Tough decisions indeed. If I get this, I could change dudes. If I get weathering soldier, just another level 4. I'm going to go ahead for Rose just in case. I might as well use that to, you know, thin deck and the like. So what we're going to go ahead and do here, thinking about this. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and use Seeker, and we're going to use a Tourmaline in order to make our adamancipator rise. We're going to use Crystal Rose's effect now. I can ditch a monster, and we're going to ditch lazuli. Because when lazuli gets to the graveyard by card, I just get my card back. Hey, there you go. We'll get ourselves another card. We'll be all set for later. Let's go ahead. Really hope to get ourselves a tuner, and we'll get a tuner. At least we'll have something nice to start with. Oh, but we could have a bigger tuner. Yeah, when in doubt, go for the bigger tuner. I could have made Crystal Wing. I don't need Crystal Wing. I can make other things. I could go for bigger things, man. Bigger and better things. Come on, another gemknight would be good. Okay, no more gemknights, but the weathering soldier's not bad either. Actually, I can still keep up. That's the thing about adamancipators in general, with their rocks and their supports. They can keep going. I mean, each of the tuners is once per turn. But so long as you have that, it's not too shabby. Decisions. Level 4. Get the other tuner monster. Try it again. That would probably be that's like the wombo combo. Let's just go ahead and keep it safe for now. We'll make bigger, badder things later. What else can I make? I can make Appaloosa the Bruiser, but that's kind of a silly thing to do. So we'll just keep it as is for now. Our weathering boy gets smaller. He's a bit on the wear and tear side. He's just going to get weaker every turn, but that's fine. He's really just here to get Fossil Fusion, and we already have it, so it's all right. It's all right, you know? Plus, if I had another Fossil Fusion, this guy gets sent to the grave by card effect. I just get another one. It's all good. So yeah, it's a pretty basic start 'em up. Sometimes you get the goated hands, and sometimes not as much. We're up against the new Yubel stuff, so I actually have to read this. Destroy a dart monster, add a Yubel or a card that mentions Yubel. While I control Yubel, all your monsters can must attack with Yubel. Your opponent takes any damage would have taken for battles involving your Yubel monsters instead. So basically, it makes the new Yubel have the effect of the old Yubel. Okay, I guess. I guess. I don't know enough about the new Yubel cards to know anything about what they do. I know this can summon itself, I think. Something like it came to a battle, take no damage. Destroyed, summon Yubel. That's wherever. Okay. So he summons a Yubel. However, Yubel's effect to do the damage and stuff only works when he attacks. Alright, there's the new Geist Grinder Golem. What does this do? He summons a golem to my field. This card battles a Yubel. During the damage calc, opponent gains 3,000 life points. Also, he would gain 3,000 life points. Okay. I think that's how that works. Maybe. We'll find out in a bit. We'll find out. I mean, I've still got my spell trap negate. And because of Yubel's effects, I mean, that's... Wait. Oh, he's just gonna gain life points. Oh, it does work. Wait. Oh, it's because of this? Opponent takes any damage you have taken from battles involving a Yubel. Yeah, that's a bit of a tricky one, isn't it? But one good thing is, because of Yubel's original effect, he has to tribute another monster to keep Yubel on the board, so you only get to keep one of these. So that's a good thing. That's kind of a good one. We'll see. That was a pretty impressive showing, and he's got lots of life points now, but I do have a free golem. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Let's go ahead and use our Dragite's effect. We'll attempt to bounce back the Yubel. And we shall bounce back the Yubel. All we need is one rot monster. And we got quite a few of those. So we'll bounce this. And we'll bounce this. And we'll bounce that. We'll just bounce everything. Bounce it all. Very good. See, this is why Dragite's the GOAT in the Adamancipator. He's just a really good card. He's really cool. So now that I've done all that, let's see. If this card battles a Yubel, so it doesn't work if he's not battling a Yubel monster. Nice. Let me think about this. Put everything in attack mode. I kind of wish I had a few more links in here. That would have been good. See, the thing about combining adamancipators and gemknights and fossils, extra deck space kind of at a premium. Just a smidge. So let's just, for now, just even up the life points a bit. We'll do some damage. And then maybe I'll make Appaloosa. We'll see how it goes. Do I need to make Appaloosa? Not really, but I kind of want to. At the same time, I kind of want to. Plus, he has Yubel in the graveyard. I want to fuse with it. Don't read into that too much, but I kind of want to do the fuse. Alright, so here's what we're doing. Boom, 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 boom. Make ourselves Appaloosa the Bruiser. Activate Fossilized Fusion. So who do I want to make? Opponent's turn, target monster, opponent's grave, discard a card, summon that to your field. Damage calc, this card attacks defense. Oh man, these are both good. I think I'm gonna go ahead. Let me think. Go for Fossil King. Use this Yubel because that one actually does something. And a little rose. Sounds good. Alright, so we should be pretty set. I think, just a hedge bet, let's summon out the Adamancipator Analyzer and see if he gives us anything. Okay. That'll work. That'll work just fine. Okay. Well, so, who are we going to summon for? I wish this was one level lower, but it is not. Wish that was a level higher, but it is not. I guess a Crystal Rose is not a bad idea. Let's make deck fin at the very least, so we're all set. We're all set and dandy. My opponent, I mean, he's got stuff and he's got things, but shouldn't be that big of an issue. Shouldn't be a big issue. We're good. We'll end our turn for now. And so far, we've seen the fossils. We've seen the adamancipators. We haven't seen as much of the whatchamacallums, the gemknights as much, but they're in here. They do their stuff. They got the fossil, the gemknight fusion, I should say. Let's come. Well, what can my opponent do? Again, I don't know enough about the new Yubel cards to say what they do. All I know is I've got Appaloosa, and I can negate 4 monster effects. The only problem is I gotta stop, like, some of this guy's stuff. So this adds Yubel, or a card that mentions... I think I need to negate this time. I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, it's because of my own ignorance of new cards. These things just came out. I know nothing about them. But I'm pretty sure that was right. That's, you know, stopping a searcher. Okay. So, good showing of what this deck is trying to do. It was an interesting seeing Yubel in 2023. You know, there's only so many GX archetypes left. It's got to be Venom soon. That or Konami actually gives Cloudion's actual support. But regardless, it was cool to see Yubel. I might have to try these out myself in the future. But for now, let's keep going. We need to summon out our gem fusions. That's the big thing. You know, we've seen the adamancipators and the fossils. We need to bring in the gemknights and bring it all home. Alrighty, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. As we be watched over by our Big Daddy Guru. I've established on this channel here, lore-wise, Guru here, yeah, he's the father of the gemknights. You know, that's the story. I'm sticking with it. In his youth, Guru dug up all the gemknights and he cultivated them. He raised the gems. He built their armor for them, and that's how the gemknights were created. I'm going with that as the story. That's how it's going. Okay, Guru is the gem daddy. Okay, that's how it goes. I actually considered naming myself Gem Daddy for this video. Then I'm like, that's a little much, maybe, just a wee bit. But regardless of wee bits, what is this hand? All right. I mean, it's always good when you see a bunch of your tuners. If I had my Analyzer, that'd be even better because, you know, I'm going second. Analyzer is the best of the tuners to going second. Because you just special summon the guy if your opponent has a monster and you don't. What are we up against? Water Hazard. Level 4 lower water from the hand. This could be many different things. It could be frogs. It could be Atlanteans. It could be penguins. It is, in fact, penguins. Okay. That was one of my choices. Pengus. Oh, boy. 2 pengus. That's like more than one pengu. Alright, so we're up against penguins. That's an interesting matchup there. Penguins aren't like a big bunch, but they can be tricky. Especially if you're playing lots of monster effects. If I remember correctly, the synchro is like, if you activate a monster effect, you can flip up a penguin. And then, obviously, the penguin soldier, infamous penguin of all time, just bounces 2 cards. And he's got he's got like full combo, basically. That's the thing about the Emperor Penguin. He just establishes a full combo. Alright, because now he'll have no penguin. And then he'll have, yeah, there he is. He has no pengu. And then he'll have a flip pengu. So, let's see. Opponent it's a monster effect. Flip a face down monster, face up. Okay. Yep, and if he flips it, bounces me, my stuff will be banished instead of being bounced, which is not good news for me. So I'm going to have to get around this guy without doing that somehow. But I think I maybe can. We'll see how this turn goes. Let me think about this. Okay, here's the plan. Okay. Right. This doesn't protect him from battles. This don't protect you from my rose. Just call me Tuxedo Mask. I'm attacking people with roses. There you go. So we'll attack with the no pengu. I just need to keep my graveyard safe. I need to keep the graveyard a no nonsensical zone. And we'll see. He might. Oh, he's not going to use that effect yet. That's good. Let's activate Researcher's effect. We'll see when he decides to flip. It could be now. It will be now. What? Card will be when effect of a penguin's activated. Damn it! He could do it now. All right. Well, that's not necessarily good. Summon a. Dang. I think I might be screwed. I had not remembered that that could do that. So now, yeah, Penguin Soldier is gonna banish. Please hit. Please just leave Researcher alone. Hit everyone else. I don't care about them. Aha, you fool. You fell for my wicked trap. You fell for the ultimate bluff. Alright, now I just need to get another monster on the board, and then I'll be safe. Oh no, no. That was my only hope. Well, that is unfortunate. Sometimes you excavate all the cards and sometimes you don't. Oh my goodness. Well, that is an unfortunate turn of events. I forgot this thing's a lot beefier than I gave it credit for. It's just like activated penguin's effect. Bring back no penguin. He just wants nothing to do. It's funny because he calls himself no penguin, like he doesn't care about other penguins. And yet every time a penguin activates the effect, he just shows up. Like, what is there lore? Is there lore to this? I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I think we can still do something. It really depends on what this is. That's pretty much it, because he can run these two over. He's got the almighty penguin sword, which, what does this do again? 800 attack, inflicts damage, return a card, opponent controls to the hand. Basic card leaves the field by a penguin effect. Negate, deactivated, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's a penguin sword. It's a sword of penguins. I mean, penguin soldier has always wielded a sword. There you go. Oh, we put this on brave penguin. What am I thinking? Wait. Why didn't you attack researcher? Oh yeah, because you could just bounce researcher and then... What am I talking about? Alright. No? I think my opponent made a goof. I was about to call this duel a loss, but then my opponent made all these goofs. So, we'll see. Maybe Penguin Brave will do something. I have no idea what's going to happen now. Maybe we could pull off some kind of crazy comeback just because my opponent didn't do it right. I don't know. We'll find out in a minute. Let's go ahead and draw that card and see what happens. I mean, we know he has Penguin Brave. We know he has a set monster. Is it another penguin soldier? I have to assume that it is. Or if at the very least it's a nightmare penguin. Okay. Well, stop banishing my non-donors. I don't appreciate these things. Alright. You done screwed up, young man. You done screwed up. Say, this is one of those situations where... how do I describe this duel? I should be losing dramatically, but my opponent is either underestimating me or something. It's kind of crazy. Because there's no reason for him to have not done something to my tuner. Maybe he hasn't played a bit of adamancipators in so long. He doesn't know what to do with them. Hard to say. Hard to say. But we're going pretty good with the gemknights. We're getting that pretty good. Let's go ahead for researcher number dos. So I can still special summon this girl. And let's go ahead and make our boy Dragite, because I'd rather bounce this, you know? It's a bit ironic, but I'll do it. Let's see. Rock, good. 2, 3, 4. Not bad. So let's go ahead and bounce this and this. And this will get destroyed. Yeah, that's good enough. Good enough for me. I don't need to bounce everything. Then he can use it again. Alright, so we'll set a card for... we'll set a card to set a card. We'll beat over... the no penguin, I guess, because that has a better level for his synchro. And we'll see where this goes, honestly. I thought we were going to be losing by now, but no, we're back in the game. That really is more... That's really less about how good our deck can be and more of the importance of reading in this game. You got to be able to read your cards, read the situation, know what your opponents can do. You know, at least at like some degree, have some idea what they're doing. You know, because if he had been a bit better about it, he would have banished my tuners. You know, adamancipators don't do much without the tuners. It's kind of their thing. All right. But what can my opponent reasonably do with unless he hits a tuner? I don't know what he can do. Marincess Anemone. 1500 less attack in the grave. Summon into the zone this card points to. Can only summon water monsters for the turn. Okay. I was about to say I could stop that, but I'm like, oh wait, no I can't. I don't have that. That's the other guy. Alright. Summon out Nightmare Penguin. Get that nice, sweet 200-point boost. Uh-huh. So, now what? I still have a spell trap negate, and you can't summon no nightmare unicorns. He's locked the water monsters, so I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe he just wants to get. Maybe he just really hates gem-armadillo. That's possible. Ah, that's right. You do have all these set things, but I'm pretty good about that because this is water hazard. Yeah, water hazard doesn't do him any good until he gets another emperor penguin. Okay, so sadly we lose gem-armadillo. I was really hoping to use that guy. I really want to make the gemknights. What can I say? Ooh, wait a minute. Hold the everything. Hold up. Oh wait, that works only if I get an adamancipator. Let me think about that. I really want to do that thing though. All right, let's start with dragite and see where this goes. I'm just gonna go ahead, do dragite first. Keep things simple. I don't want to overcomplicate my plays. This is a game for both players to do something. So I'm just gonna go ahead, dragite, see what this guy responds with. Nope. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. That'll work. All right, put those back on the bottom. And I really want to just go for gemknight stuff because, you know, it's the gemknight deck. So what we're going to do here, we're going to summon out our gemknight tourmaline. Our thunderous lad. We'll go for unexpected die. Bring back the armadillo. And that way, I can finally make my linky stinky monster good old-fashioned gemknight phantom quartz. This guy lets me add any gemknight card from my deck to hand. We're going to go ahead and get our gemknight fusion. Very good. We will go ahead, and since we have the sisters, we're going to be like, hey, gemknight fusion time. Here we go. And I can make, oh lord, I can make so many things, but I'm just going to keep it, again, simple for now. We're going to make ourselves lapis lazuli. And lazuli can get back a monster from my grave, but I don't want to do that at the moment. How many gemknights are in the graveyard? Okay, good. We'll use quartz's effect. I can pay 1,000, bounce back cards from the grave to do a fusion summon. I guess I could have gotten prismaura to pop this, but it's not that big of a deal. So what we're going to do, we're going to make our gemknight master a brilliant lady diamond, aka our biggest of boss monsters. She's very nice. I can tribute off another gemknight to summon any other gemknight. You can even summon herself and then use her again. I didn't have enough room for it though, so I didn't do that. But I could have. But for now, let's go ahead and ditch prismaura. Deal 500 times the number of special summon stuff on the field. Let's activate Brilliant Diamond's effect. Tribute off lazuli. Summon out our master diamond. And we're going to use his effect. This guy's limited for a reason. I can banish a gemknight to copy that monster's effects for a turn. So I can just, you know, do it again. Yeah. Send the lazuli to the graveyard. We're good. We're solid. I've already bounced everything, so let's go ahead for a game here. All right, well, that was an interesting back and forth duel. I'll give my opponent credit for knowing how to play penguins, but not so much knowing how adamancipators play. See, I knew how his deck worked, so I was able to counter him given the time to do so. My opponent really could have kicked my butt if he had been paying some more attention to what I was trying to do. He's trying to stop me from synchro summoning, but he didn't touch my tuners. That's the big thing. So, regardless, we pulled victory out of the jaws of defeat. So, and this time we got to show off the adamancipators and the gemknights. So that's good in there. So, let's go ahead for one more duel today. Show off a little bit more of this deck can do. We've shown off most of what it does. Well, I always like to do it at least 3 times. So, let's go for one more. Alrighty, the third and final opponent, the fighting third, as we call it. It's been a good day. You know, we've done our thing. We've done our stuff. We'll go ahead and go first and see where this goes. That's a bit of a rough hand. Smidge of a rough hand, but, you know, maybe, possibly. Let's go for gemknight lapis. This will not be an amazing turn, but I can at least do something with it. Not a lot with it, but like something. At the very least, I get those two girls going and get my boy Quartz on the board. You know, let's see how this guy. The thing is, I got like everything else. What am I talking about? I could have done so much more. What am I thinking? I've got signs and I've got rupture. Yeah, I can still do stuff. Okay, that'll be. Yeah, I can already see it. I can already see it. I can see it in my brain, like that one guy. Let's see, sent. Add a gemknight fusion. Just have a gemknight fusion ready. Let's see. Do a fusion summoning. Let's go ahead and bring out our big girl, a Bachumba. But yeah, what I really need to do is get some rocks going. So we're going to activate Miracle Rupture, and we're going to dump an Analyzer into the graveyard. Then we're going to revive him with our adamancipated finds. Because if I revive an adamancipator, I got to put a rock on the top of my deck. So I can go ahead and put my dragite on top of my deck and guarantee some stuff. So yeah, I took a hand. It wasn't much to look at, but it provided some stuff. It provided just enough to say that we did some stuff. Without being offensively, you know, fill the board with it. You know? So that's good. Speaking of offensively filling a board, okay, it can only get so worse. Right? I mean, the worst thing I can do to my opponent right now is dropping that Chariot Beast on them. So, let's see if I drop that on there. Oh, I need the level 3 rock. 3, 4... Okay! I looked at the original hand and I was like, okay, I can make lapis, and that's about it. And then this. And then all of this. Just complete lockdown of all spells. I could have made a different synchro, maybe, but this is what it is. It is what it is. Did I put a normal in the grave? I did put a normie in the grave. So let's ditch lazuli. That way lazuli will get me lapis back in case I need it for something. In fact, I could make zirconia, but that'll be next turn. I think that'll be next turn's thing. So, I mean, from not much to a decent showing. The most annoying thing, though, for my opponent is that Chariot Beast. This is a really annoying card because it's pretty generic. It just stops your opponent from playing spells so long as it's on the board. I mean, you got to keep milling 2 cards, but, you know, 28 divided by 2. What is this? Memento Fairy Witch. Oh, this is that Memento archetype. They're, like, based off a whole bunch of old, what do you call them? Old normal monsters, I think. Or just a whole bunch of old cards nobody bothered playing. One of the... This is, what's the card called? Sandwich? No. Do not... No. Shoot. I remember there was a sexy witch fusion. And this is, like, based off of that, I think. And this is based off of that one seahorse guy. Okay. This is honestly... compared to what Konami usually makes, this is interesting in terms of, like, aesthetics of a new archetype. Just take a whole bunch of old cards no one remembers, and then just amp them up, essentially. Make them all dark and gritty looking. Make them all dark and gritty looking. I don't know what they do, and I don't... Oh, that's Key Mace. I was about to say, who is that? No, it's Key Mace. Okay. So, destroy the Memento you control, summon it. Okay, so what do these do? What exactly does this archetype do? That's the question. Control, Memento, discard a card, I'm going to face a monster, take control of it, but he can't do that. Add a Memento card. Okay. I mean, so far, I've seen a whole lot of him popping his own stuff. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to do. Who are you? Oh, yeah, the Dark Blade. I always thought Dark Blade was cool back when I was a kid. That card looked kind of cool. Didn't do much, but it was cool looking. Let's see. Big misplay. Oh, okay, well... Dang, I guess my opponent made a big misplay. Well, that's regrettable, but anticlimactic. I would normally go for a 4th, but really we've done most of what this deck does, so... I'm sorry to end on a bit of a low note, but we got to see something cool. Maybe I should take a look at Mementos. Or at least, I mean, maybe I'll look at them just to see which cards are which. But for now, let's go for the end screen. We'll talk a little bit more about this deck and, you know, what's coming up on the docket. Alrighty, everybody. The Adamancipator, Gemknight, Fossil Mishmash, the Gem Collector, as you would call it. We're going to call that 3 wins, even though that last duel was more my opponent making mistakes. You know, what was he going to do? He had no access to spells. Does Memento have any spells? Yes, they have 3 of them. So I'm going to say that we had locked them out of all the spells. And I don't know what they do, but I'm going to say, yeah, we took care of the Mementos one way or another. So it's a nice little collection of cards. Adamancipator's really cool supporting archetype. You know, they do stuff on their own, but they really help out like any rock-themed strategy. And they're just cool. I just like them. You know, they don't need to be updated or nothing anytime soon. I think they're just cool. I think they're neat. So I hope everybody enjoyed seeing this deck, and we got to do a lot of what it does. We got to summon out most everything to one degree or another. We didn't even need Crystal Wing half as much, and Baron de Fleur, who even needed her? But, you know, we got to show off the deck. We got to show off the wombos and the combos. Job well done for today. So if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of Gemknights and Adamancipators in general. And next time, I'd really like to look at the new Yubels. I'm going to try and figure out how to combine them with Karibos, though, so that's a big thing. Maybe Winged Karibo? Maybe. And maybe I'll take a look at the Mementos. You know, I really wanted to look at the Bell Star, though, so that'll all be coming up. That'll all be coming up. So thank you guys again for watching. Your boy Memphis is signing out for now. Till next time, y'all stay safe, stay happy, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and you have a good one.